Good morning, everyone. Well, this is day 2 of me wanting to make some sourdough bread. So last night I took a cup of my starter, set it out overnight in this bowl. So I just took 1 cup of it. I left 1 cup in the refrigerator, which I've been leaving in all week. Just feed it once a week when it's in the refrigerator. But this has been sitting out all night, and you can see it's very bubbly. And you see it, a lot of bubbles. So it's ready to rock and roll. So this is an extra tangy sourdough bread recipe that we're going to do, and it takes an extra day. So if you've got the time, I think it's worth it. So all we're gonna do right now is take the 1 cup of starter and put it in a Pyrex bowl. Boy, that's some happy starter right there. Scrape as much of that 1 cup out as you can. And then we're going to add 3 cups of flour. And whatever flour you have is fine, but if you're going to go buy some, I recommend the King Arthur's bread making flour. That's a good way to go. So we're going to add 3 cups of flour. And I washed my hands for 30 seconds prior to this, just so you know. Okay, there's 1 cup. And I might stir it around a little bit as I get my 2nd cup. And if you don't want to use both hands, you can do this. I'm just doing it to make it faster for the video. All right, and my 2nd cup of flour. It's getting a little harder to turn, so I might want to take a little break here and do that. Now, it's going to be 3 cups flour, but also 1.5 cup warm water. So I put this 1.5 cup water in the microwave for 30 seconds. And I'm going to add a little bit of this because it's pretty flour heavy right now. And stir it up a little bit more. And at this stage, we're just doing the starter, the flour, and the water, because we're gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight. And that way it gets extra tangy and more sourdough to it. And we haven't added salt yet. And if we wanna do, I think maybe we'll do an Italian herb bread. So we'll add some Italian herbs to it tomorrow. Now another cup of flour. This is our 3rd cup of flour. And I'm going to have to add some more water. And you want to stir it for about a minute. Now, if you want to use the food processor, you can for this. This recipe, though, since we're only adding the 3 cups of flour, you can pretty much do by hand if you want. Adding the rest of the warm water. Going to mix this all up. And then I'm going to let it sit out for 4 hours, covered with a towel. And in that 4 hours, it will rise. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours overnight. A little longer, it's not going to hurt anything. And we'll take it out in the morning and show you how to go from there. So I'm just going to keep mixing this up. Let it sit for the 4 hours. Put it in the refrigerator. You can see it's already getting a better consistency, but I want to mix it a little bit longer. And then we'll just let it sit out, let it rise, and put it in the refrigerator. So I'll come back to you tomorrow.